The future of Manny Pacquiao. Where does he go from here after being knocked out by Marquez? Many people say he should retire. Some said they would like to see a fifth fight. But what does he really want? Well, you already heard him. He said he wants to continue fighting. He says he wants the fifth fight. But what should he really do? He also said that he want to fight in April. But should he really fight in April? Is that the question? Will his mind have enough time to heal from the devastating knockout that he suffered? Me personally, I think if he is going to fight again, I think he should take a long rest away from the sport. April will be way too soon, I think, to come back and fight again after the way you got knocked out. I think if he did want to fight again, I think he should do it maybe like in the fall of 2013, something like that. Enough time away from the sport. And if he wants to fight Marquez again, then hell, he can do that. Fighting too soon, I think Marquez would just only do but beat him again, because that memory will still be there. It'll be still too fresh. I think there were many reasons why Pacquiao lost that fight with Marquez. He just wasn't focused. He wasn't hungry. He took him again too lightly. I think I said this in my post-fight with Marquez Pacquiao 4 that between rounds, I think of the Gamboa, whomever he was fight, he was just sitting down watching boxing, gloves off. What was Marquez doing? Marquez was gloves on, sparring, throwing hands, working up a sweat. Mentally, he was ready. He was focused. This was his moment. He thought in his mind that I'm going to finally beat Pacquiao. What was Pacquiao doing? Sitting down like it was nothing. Early before that, what was Pacquiao doing? Giving Larry Merchant an interview. That right there just told me that you just was not focused. Again, you just taking it too lightly. This guy is your chief rival in the ring. And it was just like willy-nilly with you. It was like it was nothing. I honestly think with Pacquiao, after he fought Cotto, that was as good as he got. You know, don't get me wrong, he still had the great 2010 when he beat Clottey and Margarito, and Mosley was scared to fight him and stuff like that. But honestly, he just was not the same fighter. He wasn't. You know, he got overconfident because he thought in his head no one could hurt him with nothing. So he got careless. You know, Clottey hit him with some good shots. Margarito hit him with some good shots. But I do give Pacquiao credit because they were naturally bigger guys. But still, you know, he just was not the same after Cotto. Like I said, I think that was just as good as he got. I think like he just stopped getting hungry. You know, and he was just living off a reputation he had built in 2008 and 2009 and in years past when he steamrolled over everyone except for Marquez. You know, they've had 3 great fights earlier. Now, if Pacquiao wants to retire and say, this is it, I don't want it no more, hell, listen, he's had a great career. No one can argue that. This guy started his career with 106 pounds. I mean, he's won titles in 8 different weight classes. He's the only man to win a linear title in 4 different divisions: flyweight, featherweight, junior lightweight, and junior welterweight. Only guy to win titles, linear title in 4 different weight classes. So he's fought different. He's fought so many guys. He's got so many guys' names on the resume. Whether if it was out of catchweight or not. See, the thing about that, I hear people say that a lot, that he fought fighters at catchweights. You have to understand, if the fighter signs their name on a contract, then it's a fight. Like when he fought Cotto at a catchweight at 145. If Cotto didn't want to fight Pacquiao at catchweight at 145, then he could have said, listen, I'm not going to do it. But he did. He signed the contract. He came in at 145. He lost. He took his ass whipping like a man. Simple as that. Now, If other fighters whom he fought, like with Margarito, did that, he fought him at a catchweight at 150. If that's what he did, then hell, he signed his name on the contract. Now, he didn't fight Joshua Clottey at a catchweight. He didn't fight Mosley at a catchweight. He did fight Marquez the third time at a catchweight. It is what it is. Hey, listen, fighting is fighting. Did anyone say anything about when Mayweather fought Marquez at a catchweight at 144 and Mayweather had no intentions of making 144? No one said nothing. All it was when Mayweather beat the hell out of Marquez, everyone said Mayweather was looking good, like he had no ring rust. So I don't too much put any serious thought into how people say fighting at catchweight. And I'm not coming off sounding like a pack tart or anything, or a Mayweather nut hugger. I don't care about all that. The future of Pacquiao is, if he retires, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's a great fighter. He's done all there is to do in this sport. He has nothing left to prove. So if he wants to go ahead and fight Marquez again, does he have anything to lose in this fight? I mean, maybe a little bit, but not really. If he were to fight Marquez again, if anything, the question is, if Marquez fights him a fifth time, will he get up for the fight this time, knowing that he's achieved his lifelong dream in finally beating Pacquiao? If there's a very old saying, the wolf climbing up the mountain is hungrier than the wolf that's already on top of the mountain. And once the wolf gets on top of the mountain, he's not really all that hungry no more, because once the food is already there. So he's not pushing himself for it anymore. So I say this much. If the fight happens, it'll be good. People will want to see it. If it doesn't happen, Pacquiao should retire and walk away. He has every right to. He's done all he needs to do in the sport. And that's all there is to say about that. First ballot Hall of Famer. Burt Sugar said he was the greatest Asian fighter ever, the greatest southpaw ever. And there's nothing left for him in this sport. Now, there's some people who think he should retire. At first, I thought he should retire. But if he wants that one more fight, it's his prerogative to go out the way he wants to go out. I just think that him fighting in April, way too soon. If he's going to do it later in the year in 2013. Just get back. Try to reclaim a little bit of something, what you had around the time you fought Cotto. It's like he was just focused on boxing. Now he's into politics. He's into so many different things, too many distractions. If he really wants this fight, he has to get away from all of that. It has to be totally 100% about boxing. Everything else is on the back burner until after the fight. And if he wins, good. If he loses and he truly focuses on fighting and he still loses, then he loses with no excuses, no regrets, and no doubts. And if it's over, it's over. So that's my view on that. Leave your comments as always, and I will respond. Until next time, everyone.